Hey y'all, so just got done with today's workout. I enjoyed it. I feel like I say that every single time. What's funny is if you asked me before if you're in one of my classes, all I talk about is how awful it's going to be, but that's like in a good way. And almost every single time afterwards, you just feel so good having completed it, especially when it's something like this and 12 snatches at that weight. I hadn't done a lot of snatches in a WOD at that heavy. It's only 50%, but hadn't done that many in a WOD in a while, so I was a little hesitant, especially paired with bar muscle-ups, about how that was going to feel. But again, anytime you think about the future, you can't really imagine. We don't do a good job of imagining what the future is going to be like. So you just have to get started. Actions, the brain follows your actions, so just get started. So we got 3 rounds for intensity and technique: 100 double unders, 12 snatches, 50% of a max, 6 bar muscle-ups. We're going to throw an 18-minute time cap on this one. I actually forget already what my time was, but I'll be throwing the demo video over there, and I'll let it play through the end. So I think it was like 11 or 12. It's something in that range. So basically on these things, anytime I know it's going to be like more than 7 or 8 minutes, I strategize for sure, but I put way less emphasis on my strategy. And I really look at it as round 1. I want to go through it and make it feel like a joke. Because what I know is if round 1 is hard in almost any way, I'm going to get dominated on rounds 2 or 3. So if it's a short workout, that's your rep schemes, and you got to come out the gate with a real big plan. But on these longer ones, you can come out with a wing it strategy. So for me, double unders, my goal is unbroken. I knew likely I was going to mess up sometimes, especially after these things. So instead of breaking it up into sets, I was just going to push it, not think about it, not give myself choices to make, just unbroken. And if I messed up, I was going to take a few breaths, gather myself, and go again. And I was just going to kind of use those mess ups as natural breaks. If you don't quite have double unders yet, or if you have some, like if you have a max set of like 30 to 50, you might want to drop your double under number down to 50 or so, and that'd be a good number to chip away at. Another way to do it is just take 5 attempts at double unders, and however far you get, finish the rest of the 100 with single unders. That's always good. Like for all these workouts, in the description of this video and on the workout blog, we'll have at-home variations and equipment variations if you don't have a barbell, if you don't have a pull-up bar, and if you don't have a jump rope. So check those out if you're interested. Then the 12 snatches. These are from the ground every time. Whenever we say snatch, that means you can squat, split, power, muscle, whatever you want to do. At this weight, power snatches are going to be the best way to go. So I wouldn't even play around with the others in this workout. So 50% of a max. My strategy was just singles the whole time. But I was going just a hair. I was going off of 50% of a lifetime PR on the snatch. And I really, because of the COVID quarantine and those types of things, I haven't done a ton of snatching lately. So I wasn't expecting for that bar to feel super light. I felt like it was good, but I feel like it would have dissolved pretty fast if I would have been linking these. So singles are going to be a nice consistent way for a lot of people. And then if you link them, usually I don't bother with 2s. It's too similar to singles. There's not much of an advantage. It's just hard. So I would think of 3s to 5s, if you can pull those off, would be a good one. Sorry, 3s to 4s, just to get it 3 or 4 sets in the 12. So whichever way you go, just make sure that setup is good. What I was really focusing on is, because it's this 50%, if it was lower, like 35%, I would have just tried to breathe through the whole thing. But that 50% in the snatch is kind of technical. I knew to brace well off the floor, I was going to want to hold my breath. So as I was setting up, I was breathing, and then right when I decided to go, big breath in, got tight, went, and as soon as I was pulling under, I was letting the air out. So I was holding my breath and tightness on the way up, and then I was letting it out and making sure I breathe in tight positions on the way. But I found not only did that breathing make sure that I had a breath when I was going for that motion, but it really kept me in a rhythm, and it kept me consistently picking the bar back up, because there was a few breaths, then I started setting up, big breath and go, and that kept me in a nice consistent rhythm. And then the bar muscle ups, if you don't quite have bar muscle ups yet, or if you don't have a ton, we can always change that number from 6 down to 3. We can lower the bar and do jumping bar muscle ups. We can get bands, do banded bar muscle ups. And then the burpee chest to bar pull up, or burpee pull up, or burpee jumping pull up as we lower that bar down is a great sub for muscle ups. They feel very, very similar. They spike your heart rate, you get a pull, you get a press, all body weight stuff. So those are great, great subs. For these, I know bar muscle ups just zap me and kind of give me that dizzy feeling. So my goal was to do 3s and then wing it on the last round. So I went 3s, and then the last round I was able to do all 6, just knowing that there's nothing left and I didn't have to save anything. And for me, that strategy worked. Trying to go unbroken here, I don't think I went unbroken on any of the rounds. I think I messed up on all of them, which gave me a break or 2 in each of them. Snatches, I went singles, and I was real conservative in the first round. I picked up the pace a little on the second round just because I was kind of feeling it out. And on that third round, knowing there's nothing left, I pushed the pace even more. And just remember, if I would have started my first round with the third round pace I used, I probably would have had an awful second and third round. So things to keep in mind, it's a lot easier to ratchet it up, especially mentally, than it is to get crushed and try and survive. So make that first round easy and make that second round a figure it out round, and then by the time you get to the third round, you know what to expect. You know if it's maintain or if it's just push it to finish. It's a fun one. Like I said, 18-minute cap. I think the fastest will be able to get this done under 10, but it's really going to come down to, are you good at all of it? But it's going to take someone who is really good at bar muscle ups and double unders, and someone who can cycle that barbell. Those people exist. Let's see if you can do it. Talk to y'all soon.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.